Good evening, class 10. So last time I told you the zero of the polynomial. So I told you that if fx is a polynomial, and alpha is the zero of the polynomial, in that case f alpha will be equal to 0. So means that to get the zero of the polynomial, we have to put fx is equal to 0 and solve. Right. So fx can be anything. It can be linear polynomial. It can be a quadratic polynomial. Okay. It can be a biquadratic. So any type of the polynomial can it be. So let's see what does the zero of the polynomial means geometrically in geometrical concept, right? So see, means if the graph is given to you, okay, and you are asked a question ki tell the zero of the polynomial, so how will you tell? By solving you can do it, but if the graph is given, then how will you do it? So this is the concept of the geometrical meaning of the zero of the polynomial. Okay, so first we'll consider graph of linear polynomial. Okay, from class 9th you know that the linear polynomials are of the type fx is equal to ax plus b, where the degree of x will be equal to 1, right? So this linear polynomial ax plus b will always represent a straight line, right? See, I have drawn here, and this is the point of intersection minus b upon a comma 0. Okay, how you get it? Put ax plus b is equal to 0. I told you fx is equal to 0 will be the 0. So fx is equal to 0 means ax plus b is equal to 0. That will give you x is equal to minus b upon a. So this is minus b upon a here, and since this is x-axis, so y coordinate will be 0. So this is your only 0 of the polynomial of this fx is equal to ax plus b, right? Okay. Then children comes the graph of the quadratic polynomial. Now the quadratic polynomial, that is of the form fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, right? So in this polynomial, just remember it is of 2 degree, so it will be having 2 0. It was of 1 degree, so it is having 1 0. And the polynomial of 3rd degree will have 3 0. Polynomial of 4th degree will have 4th 0, and polynomial of n degree will have n 0. Just keep it into your mind, okay? So for this polynomial, just remember one thing: the curve will be in the shape of a parabola. Okay, this is something new for you. I've drawn here. This is the shape of a parabola. Okay, the topmost point is called the vertex, given by p. So its coordinate will always be minus b upon 2a, comma minus d upon 4a. Okay, and these 2 points a and b are the zeros of the polynomial. Since it is of 2nd degree, so it will be crossing the x-axis at 2 points. So one point will be here, the other point will be here, right? Okay. So now d, okay, this d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now see, this is your equation, ax square bx plus c. So compare the given equation with these. You will get a, you will get b, you will get c. The value of d will be b square minus 4ac. So that will be your vertex here. Plot minus b upon 2a minus d upon 4a. Plot here will be the vertex, and these 2 points a and b will be the zero of the polynomial. Okay, the quadratic polynomial. The second type, the polynomial, is like this. This is the downward parabola. I have written here downward parabola, and this is your upward parabola. Okay, so see, the lowermost point p is the vertex. Again, it is come minus b upon 2 and minus d upon 4a, right? So this is the vertical parabola, and these are the 2 corresponding zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Okay, and how will you solve it? I told you the zero of the polynomial solved by taking the polynomial fx is equal to 0 or ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. You will get the values of x. Okay, Now, next thing. Relationship between the zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Okay. Coefficient, you know the coefficient of x square. Let me come back here. To see, in here, the coefficient of x square is a, the coefficient of x is b, and this is the constant term c. So this is a polynomial in x. Okay, this is a polynomial in x. That's why we write here, I have written it, fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, if it was y square plus by plus c, so we would have written here y, right? Okay, so relation between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. Now consider polynomial fx is equal to 6x square minus x minus 2. Now we want to get the zero of the polynomial. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c, we get, see, the value of a will be 6, the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x is minus 1, the constant term is minus 2. Okay, so for zeros of 1, for zeros of this polynomial, we put fx is equal to 0, so this is equal to 0. By splitting the middle term, we are here, then taking 2x common, we come here, and this finally we reach 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. That is 3x minus 2, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So either 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, x will be 2 by 3 and x will be minus 1 upon 2. So the zeros are 2 by 3 and minus half. Okay. So now we denote the zeros by alpha and beta. So let alpha is equal to 2 by 3. You can also take minus half, no problem. Alpha is equal to 2 by 3, beta is equal to minus half. Okay. Now, see the sum of zeros. Okay. Alpha plus beta. This is 2 by 3 minus half is equal to 1 upon 6. We can write here minus 1 upon 6. So just see minus 1 upon 6. So this minus is here, and what is minus? It is the coefficient of x here. The equation coefficient of x was minus 1. Okay, it is minus, it is shown by b, right? And 6 is the coefficient of x square. So we write here coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and coefficient of x was b, minus is here. Coefficient of x is b, so this is minus b upon a. The sum of zeros of the polynomial of the type ax square plus bx plus c is equal to minus b upon a. Now come to the product. This is alpha beta, so this is 2 upon 3, this is minus 1 upon 2. This comes out minus 2 by 6, and see, the minus 2 is your constant term here, right? See. So this is constant term upon coefficient of x square. We have already seen that is 6. So it is equal to, and the coefficient and the constant term is c. The coefficient of x square is a, as here. So it is c upon a. So children, just remember that in a quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c, the sum of 0, that is alpha plus beta, is minus b upon a, and the product alpha beta is equal to c upon a. So that I have mentioned here. This was the polynomial. I have written here alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, alpha beta is equal to c upon a, coefficient of x square, constant term upon x square. Okay. Now, one note is there, if 0 are alpha beta, then the polynomial fx will be given by. So this question is asked, zeros are given and you ask the polynomial, to find the polynomial. Okay, so that is given by fx is equal to k times x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, right? So this is fx is equal to k times x square minus sx plus p. S is the sum of the zeros and p is the product of the zeros. Okay. Now one question is there, find the zeros of quadratic polynomial this and verify relation between the 0 and coefficient. Okay. So here we have fx is equal to x square plus 7x plus 12, Now splitting this middle term, x square plus 4x plus 3x, okay, plus 12. So take x common, x plus 4, 3 common, x plus 4, take x plus 4 common, this is x plus 3 plus 4. So put fx is equal to 0, that means x plus 3, x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x plus 3 is equal to 0 will give you minus 3, x plus 4 is equal to 0 will give you minus 4. So alpha is minus 3, beta is minus 4. Now this sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta, this is minus 3 minus 4, this is minus 7. For your simplicity you can put here 1. Okay. So now this is minus coefficient of x. See, the coefficient of x was 7. Okay. So this is 7. Minus is here. The coefficient of x is 7. And the coefficient of x square, it is 1 here. Right. So this is coefficient of x and coefficient of x square. So we have verified it. Now go to product. So product of zeros, that is alpha beta, that is minus 3 into minus, that is 12. Can put it 12 upon 1, right? You can put it 12 upon 1. So you have here, it is 12 and this is equal to constant term on coefficient of x square. So what was the constant term here? Let's come here again. This was 12 and coefficient of x square, it was 1, that is 12 upon 1. So it is also verified that 12 will be the coefficient and the constant term upon coefficient of x square. In this way we have verified the relation between zeros of the polynomial and their coefficients. Okay. Now the next question is, if alpha beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial and fx is equal to x square minus px plus q, then find the value of alpha square plus beta square and 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. Children, this is very important. See how to do it. Means if alpha beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, you are given the alpha beta are the zeros of this polynomial, then you have to find the value of this and this. Now see, since this is the quadratic polynomial, so we know what is alpha plus beta, we know what is alpha beta, and that we have to utilize for finding this and finding this. Now see, fx is equal to x square minus px plus q. Compare with this. So get a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus p, c is equal to q. Now alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Okay. It is minus, b is minus p upon a is 1. This is equal to p. And alpha beta is equal to c upon a. So that means c is q upon 1. That is q. Now alpha square plus beta square. Children, we have to break this into alpha plus beta and alpha beta because those two values are known to us. So this way I have broken alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So alpha plus beta is equal to p, alpha beta is equal to q. This is p square minus 2q. Okay. Now second is 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. Taking LCM, you get alpha plus beta upon alpha beta. Now alpha plus beta is equal to p, alpha beta is equal to q. This is thing we got here. Now next question, if alpha beta are zeros of polynomial, fx is equal to this, then find alpha 4 beta 4, alpha square beta square alpha square. Fx is this. So alpha plus beta will be equal to minus b upon a, alpha beta c upon a. Now alpha 4 beta 4 can be written as alpha square beta square whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. And further alpha square beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. This is whole square minus 2 alpha beta whole square. And the value of this is minus b upon a whole square, alpha beta c upon a whole square minus alpha beta c upon a. So solving this, you will come here. So this is the value of alpha 4 beta 4. Now see, second one is alpha square beta alpha. Taking LCM, we get this. Now already we have taken the value of this alpha 4 beta 4. So this I have put here, then divide by alpha square beta square. Okay. And this will be 1 upon alpha beta whole square. put the value of alpha beta, that is c square upon a square, c square upon a square is here. With solving, you get this equation. Okay, that's for second part. Now, if alpha beta zeros of fx is equal to this, such that alpha minus beta is equal to 1, find k. This is other type of question. So see, fx is equal to this, comparing a1 b minus 5 c k, alpha plus beta is equal to this, is equal to plus 5, alpha beta is equal to c upon, that is equal to k. So alpha minus beta square will be equal to, because it is given here, alpha minus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus alpha beta. Alpha plus beta is 5 from here, alpha beta is k. So this is 4k. 1 is equal to 5 square minus 4k. So 4k 25 minus 1. So k will be equal to 6. Right. Yet another question. See. Find a polynomial whose sum of 0 is equal to 1 upon 4 and product of 0 is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now we know that a polynomial whose sum of zeros and product of zeros is given is k is equal to x square minus x plus p. So k x square, now sum is given to be 1 upon 4, 1 upon 4x, and the product is given to be minus 1 here, minus 1. So this is your required polynomial, right? So children, I hope this will make something easier. A bit, this is somewhat things to brain should be applied over here. So just copy this, understand this, and then tell me your problems are, so I can clarify your problem. Okay. So thank you. Good night.